Hello students, today we will learn the next illustration number 10. So for computing the business income as well as gross total income. Now see the illustration. Following is the profit and loss account of Mr. Anish. Compute his gross total income for the assessment year 2020-21. So profit and loss account is given. See the debit side of profit and loss account. To salaries and wages rupees 1,20,000, rent and taxes rupees 1 lakh, advertisement rupees 48,000, interest on capital rupees 12,000, depreciation rupees 36,000, bad debt rupees 8,000, local tax on let out property rupees 10,000, sales tax rupees 6,000, income tax rupees 29,000, fines and penalties rupees 18,000, patents acquired on 1st 12/2019 rupees 40,000, donation rupees 15,000, provision for bad debt rupees 2,000, interest on loan rupees 12,000. On the credit side, bad debt recovered allowed not allowed earlier rupees 2,000, rent from house property rupees 1,24,000, interest on fixed deposit rupees 8,000, dividend from units of mutual fund rupees 5,000, winning from lottery rupees 14,000. So the net profit is equal to rupees 5,78,000. So the total of both the side 10,34,000. Now see the additional information. Following information is available under that. Salary includes rupees 16,000 to Mr. Anish. Rent and taxes includes rupees 30,000 paid in cash. Advertisement include rupees 8,000 spent on neon signboard. Depreciation actually allowable is rupees 30,000 excluding the patents. GST of 10,000 for the previous year 2018-19 as was paid in this previous year but not included in the above profit and loss account. Actual amount of bad debt amounted to rupees 6,000. The opening stock 80,000 which was undervalued by 20%. Interest on loan included an interest of rupees 4,000 paid in respect of housing loan taken to acquire the let out house property. So this illustration is asked for the year question paper 2016 year session C. So with this information we have to compute the gross total income. So to find out the gross total income, we have to calculate the business income first with the help of profit and loss account and additional information. We have to compute the business income. So now we'll see one by one. Debit side, to salaries and wages allowed business expenses, rents and taxes allowed business expenses, advertisement allowed, interest on capital is a disallowed business expenses. So we have to add to net profit. Depreciation is allowed business expenses, bad debt is allowed business expenses, local tax on let out property is relating to let out property, it is not relating to business, so we have to cancel. Sales tax is taken as allowed business expenses. Sales tax is nothing but the tax is paid on a sale of goods, so at present it is a GST. So sales tax is allowed. Income tax is a personal tax, it is not a business related expenses, so we have to add. Fines and penalties also not relating to business, so we have to add. Patents acquired on 1st December 2019 40,000. So the patent is in the form of capital in nature. So while calculating the profit and loss account, all the expenses should be in the form of revenue nature. Capital in nature should not be recorded. So this one we have to cancel from our net profit. Patents value we have to cancel, but only the depreciation on patents we can record. Depreciation on patents we can record, that is on 40,000. Patents depreciation as per the section 32 of Income Tax Act is at 25%, and if the patent is acquired after October, it is taken as it is used in the business less than 180 days. So here this patent is acquired on 1st 12/2019. It means that this patent is used in the business for less than 180 days. So depreciation we have to charge is 40,000 into the rate of depreciation is 25% into 50% we have to take, because this patent is used in the business we have is less than 180 days. So depreciation allowed is half depreciation will be allowed for this. So the depreciation we have to calculate on the patents. Next donations is a disallowed, so we have to cancel. Provision for bad debts, all the provisions are disallowed, we have to add it to the net profit. Interest on loan, we can assume it is used for business. If there is any further additional information relating to interest on loan, then we have to do based on that. We'll see later. Next, now we will take it as allowed. Next is credit side. Bad debt recovered not allowed earlier. Bad debt recovered which is disallowed earlier. It is not relating to business income. So we have to cancel. This cancellation we have to do after the calculating all the treatment. At the end we have to take bad debt recovered not allowed earlier. So this is not taken as income. So we have to, it is not taken as a business previous year income. So we have to cancel from our net profit. Then rent from house property is a rental income from a house property. It is not relating to business income, so we have to cancel. Then we have here they have asked to compute the gross total income. So the rent income again we have to take under the head house property. Then interest on FD, interest on fixed deposit is a it is not relating to business income. So we have to cancel from our net profit. And again this interest income what he received from the fixed deposit of a bank can be taxable under the head other source. It is taxable under the head other source. Next is dividend from units of mutual fund. So dividend, Anish has received a dividend income from a units of mutual fund because of investment in the mutual fund. So he received a dividend. So it is not relating to business income. So we have to cancel while calculating the business income. And again this dividend income is taxable under the head other source, but for this tax is there is as per the income tax dividend income from an Indian company is exempt. So units of mutual fund is nothing but dividend is received from a UTA, Unit Trust of India. So mutual fund comes under UTA, Unit Trust of India. It is nothing but dividend from an Indian company. So for this we have to give under other source we have to give exempt. It is exempt. Dividend from Indian company or dividend from UTA is exempt. Then winning from lottery is not relating to business income. So we have to cancel. And again here net value is given. So we have to gross up and we have to take under the head other source. Next is additional information. See the additional information. So there is a totaling error in the net profit. So it is equal to 5,78,000. When you calculate this illustration, the net profit will comes to 5,78,000. Next, following information is available. Salary includes 16,000 to Anish, Mr. Anish. So here in the debit side of profit and loss account, they have given salaries and wages 1,20,000. In this salary, 16,000 is paid to Mr. Anish. Mr. Anish is a proprietor or owner. So salary paid to proprietor. Proprietor salary is included in this salary. This is a salary given for the business. Mr. Anish has paid salary to the employees, salaries and wages to the employees. In this salaries and wages, there is a salary which is paid to Mr. Anish, means Mr. Anish salary is included. So proprietor salary, this is nothing but proprietor salary. Anish is the owner of the business. So proprietor salary is included. So proprietor salary is a disallowed expense. It is a disallowed expenses. So disallowed expenses is recorded on the debit side. So we have to cancel. So by adding, we can cancel this. Next, rent and taxes includes 30,000 paid in cash. So here they have given rent and taxes of rupees 1 lakh. So here this Anish has paid rent and taxes in the form of cash. That is in the form of cash. Value is 30,000. So if a assessee or a owner of, if a business makes payment exceeding 10,000 in the form of cash, it is disallowed. So this entire amount is taken as a disallowed because this is a payment exceeding 10,000 in the form of cash. So it is a disallowed. So when it is disallowed, it is already included in this. It is debited here. So we have to cancel. So this 30,000 we have to cancel from our net profit by adding to the net profit. Next, advertisement includes 8,000 spent on neon signboard. So the advertisement they have debited here 48,000. In that 48,000, 8,000 is the advertisement which is spent on the neon signboard. Neon signboard is a revenue nature. It is allowable business expenses. It is allowed business expenses. Allowed business expenses is included here. So when allowed expenses is included, no treatment, we have to ignore. When disallowed expenses is included, then we have to cancel from our net profit. Means disallowed expenses should not be recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account. So we have to remove or we have to delete from there. So to delete or remove, we have to cancel by adding that value from the net profit, because usually we are recording means what, we are deducting total minus deducting the expenses is equal to net profit. So the deducted value we are cancelling means we are adding back to the net profit. So that is why we are adding. So here allowed expense is already included, so ignore that adjustment. Then depreciation actually allowable is 30,000. So actual depreciation allowable is 30,000 excluding the patents. So this is the depreciation given excluding the patents. So for patents we have to separately calculate the depreciation. It means that for the patents we have to calculate the depreciation separately as per the rule which is said as per the section 32. Okay. So here depreciation actually allowable is 30,000. As per IT rule, depreciation actually allowable is 30,000. So on the debit side of profit and loss account, they have recorded the depreciation 36,000. Means they have recorded the more depreciation. Actual depreciation allowable is 30,000. It means that the 6,000 the extra depreciation recorded. 6,000 extra depreciation is recorded, so that 6,000 extra depreciation we have to cancel from our debit side of profit and loss account. So that is nothing but excess depreciation we have to add. Cancelling means what? Adding to the net profit. So the excess 6,000 recorded value we have to cancel from our net profit. So to cancel from here 6,000 we have to cancel, we have to record only 30,000, 6,000 extra recorded, so that 6,000 we have to cancel. To cancel from our debit side recording we have to add it to the net profit. So 6,000 we have to add it to the net profit. Next, GST of rupees 10,000 for the previous year 2018-19 was paid in this previous year. So of the previous year 2018-19 is paid in the previous year 19-20. In this our previous year, it is paid in our previous year but not included in the above profit and loss account. That GST is not included here. So that is the allowable expenses not allowed so far. So we have to record deduct the allowable expenses not allowed so far under that GST paid of rupees 10,000, which is not included in the above profit and loss account. This is a treatment we have already learned. Similar, most of the adjustments are similar. Then actual amount of bad debt amounted to 6,000. So here they recorded bad debt how much? They recorded the bad debt 8,000. So the actual bad debt should record on the debit side of profit and loss account is 6,000. Means they have recorded 2,000 more. So there is a 2,000 excess bad debt. So we have to cancel that excess bad debt. So we can cancel by adding under the disallowed expenses. So how much we have to cancel? Only the 2,000 amount we have to cancel. That is the 2,000 amount is the extra bad debt recorded. Only that amount we have to cancel from our debit side of profit and loss account. That is by adding the extra amount under the head disallowed expenses. Next one is the opening stock of 80,000 which was undervalued by 20,000. Means that here opening stock has been undervalued. So undervaluation of opening stock we have to deduct. Undervaluation of opening stock we have to deduct. Opening stock is undervalued, so we have to record this opening stock by we have to record that undervalued portion of opening stock on the debit side. So to record we have to deduct to the net profit. So the undervaluation of opening stock we have to deduct. Next, interest on loan included an interest of rupees 4,000 paid in respect of housing loan taken to acquire the let out house property. So here on the debit side they have given interest on loan 12,000. So in the 12,000 amount an interest of 4,000 is paid in respect of housing loan. So here we cannot assume that entire amount is used for business purpose. They have given one additional information that interest of 4,000 value is relating to housing loan taken to acquire the house property. In the total, the assessee, this Anish has paid total interest on loan is 12,000. In that 4,000 interest is paid for the loan taken for the house property, let out house property, and the remaining is relating to low interest on loan is assumed as it is relating to the business. So the 4,000 is which is relating to house property is not relating to business. So we have to cancel. So which is recorded here, which is debited here, it is interest on loan is included here. In this interest on loan it is included 4,000. So disallowed expenses which is not relating to business, which is relating to house property is recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account. Now we have to cancel that amount. So to cancel we have to add to the net profit. Only the 4,000 we have to add. And remaining interest on loan is taken as it is relating to business and it should be there on the debit side of profit and loss account. Only this is the information relating. So the simple illustration, already all the adjustments are worked out. Now we'll work out this illustration. So here one more point is interest on loan. While computing the house property income, we have rent from house property. Then if there is a municipal tax paid, then this rent is taken as a gross annual value, then municipal tax paid is given, so this one we have to deduct. So we will get annual value. From annual value there are two deductions, standard deduction and interest on loan. So standard deduction we have to take on that annual value at 30%, and one more deduction we can deduct here, interest on loan 4,000. For this there are two treatment. Once we have to add it to the net profit, and again we have to take under the house property as a deduction. We can take a deduction for under the head of house property. Now we'll work out the solution. Write the heading computation of business income. First, computation of business income. Now we'll work out the solution. Write the heading computation of business income of Mr. Anish for the assessment year 2020-21, particulars and to amount column. So we'll start with the net profit as per profit and loss account. So the net profit is equal to 5,78,000. Next we have to add the disallowed expenses. So we'll write the disallowed expenses one by one. So the first one is salaries and wages. So relating to salaries and wages, so there is an adjustment. Salary includes rupees 16,000 to Mr. Anish, so that is nothing but proprietor salary. Salary includes proprietor salary. So proprietor salary how much? Rupees 16,000. Next one is rent and taxes rupees 1 lakh. So here rent and taxes include 30,000 paid in cash, so that is a disallowed. Rent and taxes payment exceeding rupees 10,000 in cash, so the entire amount is disallowed, so the value is 30,000. Next is advertisement 48,000. It includes this 8,000 spent on neon signboard, so it is allowed one, so ignore as it is. Then interest on capital is disallowed, so interest on capital 12,000. Interest on capital 12,000. Next one is depreciation. So relating to depreciation, the depreciation recorded is 36,000. Actual depreciation excluding the patents, actual depreciation is 30,000. It means that 6,000 extra depreciation is recorded. So write excess depreciation. So excess depreciation we have to cancel. So excess depreciation means that they have recorded 36,000. Actually the depreciation allowable is 30,000. Means 6,000 extra recorded. So that 6,000 extra excess depreciation we have to cancel. Then bad debts. So bad debts, actual bad debt amounted to 6,000. They have recorded 8,000. So that is the, it means the more bad debt is recorded. So that is we have to write more excess bad debt. So more excess bad debt. So what is the actual recorded is 8,000. Recorded is 8,000, but actually the bad debt allowable is 6,000. It means there is a 2,000 value of bad debt is recorded more. So that is we have to cancel from a net profit by adding under disallowed expenses. Next, local tax on let out property is not relating to business. So we have to cancel local. So local tax on house property is relating to of rupees 10,000. So it is relating to let out property, let out house property. So 10,000 we have to disallow. Then sales tax is allowed. Income tax is disallowed. So write income tax 29,000. Income tax 29,000. Next is fines and penalties not relating to business. So we have to cancel fines and penalties. So value is 18,000. Next, patents is in the form of capital in nature. So we have to disallow patents. So patents which is a capital in nature. So we have to disallow. So here in the profit and loss account only the revenue in nature expenses we have to record. So patent is a capital in nature. So 40,000 value we have to disallow. Then donation is not relating to business, so donation we have to cancel. So value is equal to 15,000. Donation value is 15,000. Next, provisions. All the provisions are disallowed. Provision for bad debt disallowed. So the value is 2000. Next is interest on loan. Relating to interest on, there is adjustment. Interest on loan is included and interest of 4000 is paid in respect of housing loan, means it is 4000 is relating to house property, so the 4000 we have to cancel. Interest on loan includes interest paid for housing loan. So housing loan interest also included, so that is not relating to business, so we have to cancel. So how much? 4000 is a housing loan interest, so that is we have to cancel. Then so debit side over. So again we have to check the additional information. Is there any information left out to record the disallowed expenses? Salary over, rent over, advertisement over, depreciation we have considered, this one we have to treat later, bad debt over, opening stock we have to deduct later, interest on loan also over. So now we have to total. So the total is equal to 1,84,000. So again cross check. Okay, 1,84,000. So if you add, it will be 7,62,000. Next we have to take the income to be treated separately. To write income to be treated separately, we have to see the credit side of profit and loss account. So here in the credit side, bad debt recovered disallowed earlier we have to take later. Then rent from house property, interest on FD, dividend from unit of mutual fund, winning from lottery. So all these 3, 4, 5 items, 4 items we have to take now. So the total rent from house property 1,24,000, interest on FD 8,000, dividend from unit of mutual fund 5,000, winning from lottery 14,000. So the total is equal to 1,51,000. So if you deduct, the value is equal to 6,11,000. 6,11,000. So next we have to deduct allowable expenses not allowed so far. Allowable expenses not allowed so far. So to write the allowable expenses not allowed so far, we have to see the additional information that will not be recorded here. It is allowable expenses not recorded, means we will find in the additional information. So salary over, rent is expenses included, this is also included. Depreciation allowable is 30,000. So excess depreciation we have done the calculation. There is a depreciation we have to charge on patents, so that is the allowable depreciation they have not recorded. On this depreciation, the patent depreciation is not included. So now we have to calculate the depreciation on patents. So this depreciation is allowable on patent as per the section 32. So what is the value of patent? It is 40,000. 40,000 for the value of patents, we have to charge 25% depreciation. The rate of depreciation is not given in this illustration. We have to calculate. So as per this rule section 32, we have to take 25% depreciation on patents. Again, this patent is purchased on 1/12/2019, means it is used in the business less than 180 days from 1st December 2012 till the end of the previous year, that is the 31st March 2020. So it is used less than 180 days, so we have to take 50% or 1/2. So if you want right here 50% we have taken because it is used less than 180 days. Less than 180 days. So in previous illustration we have not taken. So this is a previous illustration number 9, solution number 9. Here we have calculated depreciation on patents 84,000 into 25% and not calculated 50% because here they have not given about the date of purchase of a patent. So it is assumed that it is used for more than 180 days. But in this illustration they have given the date of purchase. So when they have given date of purchase, we have to apply the same. So it is used less than 180 days. So we have to charge 50% depreciation. So it is equal to 5,000. It is equal to 5,000. Next, depreciation over. GST is allowable expenses not recorded. So GST paid is allowable expenses not recorded. So the paid amount is 10,000. GST paid. Next is Opening stock undervalued by 20%. So there is a undervaluation of opening stock. So the opening stock here recorded less. So they have to record 100%. They have recorded less. That is less is means they have recorded by less value means it is recorded at 80%. We have to record for the 100%. So to record the debit side expenses, we have to take deduct allowable expenses not allowed so far. You can take here or you can take under income to be treated separately means it is actually we have to deduct. So better we are taking under allowable expenses not allowed so far, because opening stock is the allowable expenses on the debit side. They have recorded at 18%, means they have recorded at less value. So we have to record 100%, means allowable expense it is not recorded. So write undervaluation of opening stock. So it is allowable expenses not recorded. So undervaluation of opening stock. So what is the value of opening stock? So opening stock value is 80,000. So 80,000 into undervalued portion is 20%. 20 divided by 80. So the given value is for the 80. For 20 how much we have to take? 80,000 is given for the 80. For 20 how much? So cross multiplication 80,000 into 20 by 80. So that is equal to 20,000. So 20,000 and depreciation value of opening stock recorded less. So we have to record under allowable expenses not allowed so far. So this is better to take under allowable expenses not allowed so far. Once see the solution number 5. See here we have taken undervaluation of opening stock under income to be treated separately. Income to be treated separate means it is a disallowed income. So it is better instead of writing here 6,25,000, it is better to write under allowable expenses not allowed so far. Okay, because undervaluation of opening stock is the allowable expenses not allowed so far. So because it is a minus, both are minus, so the answer you get, final answer will be same, but the treatment it is better to take under allowable expenses not allowed so far. So strike out this 6,20,000 and write here 6,25,000 here. So the here total will get slight changes and this total also gets changes, and you will get the final this answer will be the same answer, 36,98,000 you will get. So the continuation will be same, but here this two total you will get the changes in these two total. So make it correction here. Okay, undervaluation of opening stock, cancel from here and record under allowable expenses not allowed so far. Even the undervaluation of closing stock, instead of adding it together here, if it is better to add separately, total this, then after that this total, next add separately as a this is the allowable income not allowed so far. Like that you can write heading and you can write, because it is allowable. Undervaluation of closing stock means it is a allowable income on the credit side. It is undervalued, recorded less, so we have to record. So to record on the credit side item we have to add. So cancelling the credit side item we have to deduct. Recording of credit side item we have to add. So add means it is same, so it is together taken together. So if you take separately also it is no problem, so better it is taking a separately. Okay, now there is no other allowable expenses not allowed so far, so all over. So the total is equal to 35,000. So 6,11,000 minus 35,000 is equal to rupees 5,76,000. So debit side items solution, debit side over, credit side over, additional information also over. So the one item is left is bad debt recovered not allowed earlier. So we have to deduct at the end bad debt recovered disallowed. Okay, this is a total separate. Bad debt recovered disallowed earlier. So we have to take bad debt recovered disallowed earlier. How much? The value is rupees 2,000. So 5,76,000 minus 2,000 is equal to 5,74,000. So this is a taxable business income. So in this illustration they asked to compute even the gross total income. So now we will work out the gross total income. Write the heading computation of gross total income. So, computation of gross total income, particulars and to amount column. So, to record this, we have to see the credit side of profit and loss account. So, first head is section 15. Section 15, income from salary. So, there is no income from salary. So, write nil. Next, section 22 is relating to house. 22 is relating to income from house property. So, income from house property. So, the relating to income from house property, they have given rent from house property. So, the rental income, the Mr. Anish is received from a house property. So, he owns a house property. From he has given that house property for a rent. So, he received a rental income. So, that rent received is taken as a income which is taxable under the head house property. So here rent received itself taken as a gross annual value. So the value how much? Rupees 1,24,000. Next, as per the rule of section 22, we have to deduct the municipal tax paid by the owner or a taxpayer, that is a Mr. Anish. Municipal tax paid by Anish or a owner or a house, one and the same. Owner of the house is nothing but the Anish, and the taxpayer is also the Mr. Anish. So what is the municipal tax paid? That is a local tax and municipal tax, one and the same. 10,000 rupees, 10,000. So if you deduct, you will get the annual value. So that is a 1,14,000. So this is the annual value. From that we have to deduct this assessee, taxpayer, the owner of house property can claim two deductions from a annual value. So that is the one is standard deduction at 30%. So this rule you are learning in the house property chapter. Standard deduction at 30%, and the other second deduction is interest on loan. So two deduction he can claim from an annual value. This standard deduction is calculated at 30% on the annual value. So the 1,14,000 into 30%. 1,14,000 into 30% is equal to 34,200. So this is a standard deduction. And for if this assessee or a taxpayer or a owner of house property, if he has taken a loan for this house, if he taken any loan, then if he pays any interest on that loan, then that also he can claim deduction. Means whatever the income, this annual value is taxable, right? So if he can claim deduction, means he can reduce his taxable income here. So if he has incurred any expenses relating to payment of interest on loan, for that he can claim deduction. Interest on loan, how much? For the house property, housing loan, lettered house property, that is 4,000. So 4,000 interest on loan he can claim a deduction. So that is equal to 75,800. So annual value minus these two deduction, if you deduct, it will be is equal to rupees. So the taxable income under the house property is 75,800. So the next head is section 28 is relating to business income. Section 28, business income. So under the business income, we have to tax this income. 5,74,000 is a taxable under the head business income. Next, section 45 of the capital gain head. So relating to capital gain, we have to see on the credit side of profit and loss account. So there is no income he is received from a capital gain head, so it is nil. Next, section 56. Section 56 is relating to income from other source. So relating to income from other source, the first income is interest on FD, taxable. This interest on FD, fixed deposit, what he received the interest income from a fixed deposit in a bank account, is taxable under the head other source. So the amount is 8,000. Next, second one is dividend from unit of mutual fund. So dividend from unit of mutual fund, dividend from units of mutual fund is a dividend he is received from a unit trust of India, UTI. Units of mutual fund is nothing but unit trust of India. So it is taken as a dividend received from an Indian company or a unit UTI. If you want, write UTI, unit trust of India. So that is taken as a exempt. There is no tax an assessee has to pay if he receives a dividend from a unit trust of India or from a mutual fund. Next one is a winning from lottery. winning from lottery. So here we have to take the value, gross value, while taking the other source head. Okay, so don't apply these rule while taking here income to be treated separately. Here we have to take the actual value. Okay, income to be treated separately means we are deducting to cancel from our credit side of a profit and loss. It means we have to cancel the entire amount. Don't take this dividend on mutual fund exempt here. So that is a confusion usually students do. So winning from lottery, here we have to take gross value. Don't apply the rule here. Don't gross up the rule here under income to be treated separately. So here gross up means what? We have to take the value, how much? 14,000. 14,000 into 100 by 70. Gross up means 100 by 70. So it is equal to rupees 20,000. Rupees 20,000. So there is no other item. This is done. Rent from house property to treatment, interest on FD also done, dividend done, and winning from lottery also consider. So the total income from other source is 28,000. Now if you add these 5 heads of income, is equal to 6,77,800. So that is nothing but gross total income. 5 heads, total of the 5 heads of income is nothing but gross total income. Note to write, you can write note. The first note is depreciation, relating to depreciation. Write note, depreciation is allowable on patents as per section 32 of income tax, that is at 25%. Full stop. And patent is acquired on 1st December 2019. It is used for less than 180 days. So 50% depreciation is charged. So that is a one note. Then there is no other new adjustments. Advertisement includes cost of neon signboard is allowed business expenses. So only that much. So simple illustration it is, easy and simple illustration, also important also.